Okay, let's get into game 2 between AkeNo and SirChaos. This is game 2 of a best of 3 where AkeNo won game 1, and now this game is Hidden Civ free pick, and we have AkeNo going with the Mayans and SirChaos going with the Turks. And those are some interesting picks, both very strong civs on Arena, but in this matchup, Mayans should be favored heavily against the Turks. The Turks' strength is in being able to really make a castle and then push with a Janissary, or sometimes you can see a fast imp, but most of the time you'll see a defensive castle and a push with Janissary. And the Mayans are a very good civ to counter that. This, especially with their ability to build a defensive castle and build out plumes. The Janissaries are a very strong unit, especially in the Castle Age, one of the strongest, but plumes are one of the few units that are capable of not just dying completely to Janissaries. So Turks, and once it moves to the late game, Mayans have a pretty big advantage over Turks as well. So we'll see what the players do. So we'll speed stuff up with the Dark Age. SirChaos, 6 on sheep, moving over to wood like his standard. We'll see what strategy he decides to go for. If he decides to make a castle, put it defensively, put it forward, or go for either a fast imp, or maybe just boom up. But I think Mayans should be able to counter anything the Turks do as long as they play well. And from the AkeNo side, we can see as the Mayans probably going to look to get out some plumed archers. If he builds a castle, probably would look to do it defensively or just go to boom up behind it. But he does have the Eagle Warrior, which will give him a pretty nice scout. The Eagle could come forward. Ooh, he hasn't scouted that. Just missed the boar on the front of SirChaos' base. He could have came in for the boar steal. Does SirChaos even see his own boar? Yes, he does. So he will know that he'll have to delete a piece of wall and lure that boar. And there you go, sending a villager out to do that right now. And let's take a look at the maps now. Let's see. So SirChaos doesn't have a pocket in the back. He has a nice wood line, but he's not going to be able to retreat if he's pressured. Does have a main gold very far forward, main stone towards the back, but also pretty close to his wall. Although he could. SirChaos could try to make a wall here and secure himself another large area for his base. Same thing on this side, too. His secondary stone also pretty far out to the side. The extra stone, this pile of 3 stone, is closer to him, so that'll be good for him. But then his secondary gold, one is very far out to the side here, and I don't even see where the other one is. Yeah, it looks like his other secondary gold is so far away from his base that it's actually closer to AkeNo. So AkeNo, if you look at AkeNo's map, he has a very nice large front area with nothing in it, so that if SirChaos does go for a castle push, he'll be able to defend this area, wall up behind it really well. And his resources are in the back. His main stone is in the back, his main gold's in the back, and both of his secondary golds are in the back. Only thing for him that's forward is this secondary stone and and SirChaos' gold pile. The extra golds, this one up here, pretty close to both players, but I think it's probably favors SirChaos. And down here, another extra gold, pretty far out in the middle of the map. This extra stone, 3 piles this time near SirChaos. He does have some extra berries, but it's not the best extra resource to have. So AkeNo gonna be luring in his deer again. That'll give him some very nice food. Deer are very good for the Mayans since their resources last longer. That means the deer normally has 140 food, but the Mayans collect more food from it. And since hunt is a very fast source of food, faster than either your sheep or your berries, that means they can spend more time collecting from the hunt, and they can spend less time building farms. They don't need to transition to farms as quickly as other civs do. Gonna send villagers to gold and send villagers to stone. So it looks like he's gonna be getting up a castle. Same thing from SirChaos, has some villagers on stone, looking to get up a castle. We'll see if SirChaos has bunch of villagers on the gold. Both of them went up on 28 population, which is pretty much what you'd expect if you're going to go for a castle and into unique units. So it looks like SirChaos is indeed going to go for the castle, not going to go for any fast imperial, but we'll go for the castle, and we'll have to see if he tries to build it defensively or offensively. This would probably be an okay location to help him secure those resources and also the resources in the top of the map. But there really isn't anything else on the front of AkeNo's base that can be threatened by a castle. And SirChaos also looks like he chose not to lure in his deer. Those were inside his base and not too far from his town center. Would have been nice for him to lure those in. And let's check their scouting real quick. He does have pretty good scouting of the map, but he has missed that extra goal at the top. And if you check AkeNo's scouting, he knows all the resources he has in the back. He's seen the gold up there, and he's just going to come around now and finish scouting out the stone. There, the extra stone here. So that'll be good. He'll see all the relics. So we have this relic here in the bottom of the map, 2 relics here right next to SirChaos's base, another relic up here, and let's see if we can spot the other relic, and another one right here inside of AkeNo's base. So AkeNo, even though they went up on the same pop, he's a bit more efficient and going to be up faster, going down with a monastery and a barracks actually. And now he has the stone for a castle. Where's he going to build his castle? And going to build his castle out here, try to defend that, try to take that gold from SirChaos. That'll be good. I wonder if the players realize where this gold is positioned on the map. But gonna build that castle up, and gonna get some monks, plumed archers from the castles, and some eagles from the barracks. Should give him the map control he needs to collect up the relics. Meanwhile, SirChaos has just gotten the stone he needs for a castle, and he's gonna build it on top of his main gold. That'll be nice to defend it from any plumes that try to do some raiding, but they could maybe try to do some raiding from here with the blacksmith upgrades. They might have the range to harass the gold from outside the range of the castle. And let's see, is he going with a monastery? It doesn't look like he's trying to put up a monastery, so I don't see him trying to collect up the relics. I think AkeNo should again have the relic advantage in this game. And he is making some plumes. Light cap from the Turks is nice, and he's even going to start mining the stone on the front of his base. He'll probably try to look to get up some even more castles. And what's he going to do behind the castle? Only has up 1 TC now. He has the wood and stone to start putting down more TCs if he wants to boom, and it looks like that's what he's going to do, putting down a second TC on this gold here. And as he collects up more relics, gets the one inside of his base, that'll be his second. Has some Eagle Warriors defending these relics as he's bringing in the third right now. So it looks like he'll get all 5 relics, which will be a huge boost to his economy. Now SirChaos, though, actually is going for the fast Imperial with the castle going straight up to the Imperial Age. And with the Siege Workshop, we'll look to get out some Janissary and some Bombard Cannon. That'll be an interesting push. He's going to try to get the Bombard Cannon to push down, probably try to push into this castle and get into AkeNo's base. We'll see if that's strong enough, and we'll see how AkeNo reacts to this when not really a fast Imperial. He'd probably try to get Imperial, maybe a few minutes sooner than this if you were going for the fast Imperial push. But he does have the castle, he will have out Janissaries, and he will be up a lot sooner than AkeNo. So we'll see 1 town center going with lots of farms around his mill and his TC. Gonna go up with a university. He doesn't need the university. Turks do get chemistry for free, so probably would have been better to go for a second siege workshop there so he can pump out the bombard cannons faster. And he doesn't have the wood he needs or really the resources he needs to keep this push up. So probably needs some more villagers on wood if he wants to go for bombard cannons. So he does have a pretty big group of Janissary, and he needs to get out some siege weapons though, because AkeNo has a castle and is now going to have barracks. Janissary probably will be able to do a decent job of dealing with the Eagle Warriors, but unlike hand cannons, they don't actually get an attack bonus against infantry. They're really strong against infantry just because they are a really strong unit, but it's the hand cannons that get the plus 10 attack versus infantry that Janissary don't actually get. So now getting out his first bombard cannon, he's going to need to keep that cannon safe from the Eagle Warriors. I think plumes probably would have been a better choice than eagles against the Janissary, but AkeNo now is gonna see this attack. Let's see how he reacts to it. Just gonna get out some eagles, and those are just castle age eagle warriors, but he does have the plumes he needs. He is gonna be able to push into those Janissaries very easily with them and just take out this army. And yeah, that's probably gonna be GG right there. Bombard Cannon is getting some nice shots on the plumes, but it's not gonna be enough. Plumed archers there just being really effective at taking out the Janissary. Now getting up another castle has a mangonel, so he's doing the units he needs to counter Janissary. He has some eagles to soak up some damage and some plumes to really get in and kill them. So if you take a look at them, they only have right now 0 plus 2 pierce armor, and they're just normal Janissary. They're not even elite Janissary. They do have some nice range with their 8 range, but they're not the most accurate unit. They do outrange the plumes, so the plumes are just so much faster. And now getting up some barracks, interestingly. Let's see what he's doing with those barracks. No, getting barracks in an archery range. So is he gonna go skirmishers? He could go skirmishers to try and counter the plumes. Probably should use a villager to repair that bombard cannon. AkeNo now clicking up to imp at around 31 minutes. Let's take a look at his economy. 1, 2. He has 3 TCs. Quite a lot of farms. Mines do need a lot of farms because they do farm a bit slower than other civs. But gonna take this gold in the back of his base. Gonna take both of his secondary golds there. And now with this gold here, we should see another game. He has the map control, can deny the resources outside of SirChaos' base, and SirChaos is gonna start running out of gold pretty soon. We'll see now, SirChaos has out the trebuchet, getting out some more trebuchets, some bombard cannons, and making hand cannoneers. Hand cannoneers not really a good choice against the plumed archers. Again, they 0 base pierce armor. And yeah, gonna be really difficult for him to take out those plumes. Trebuchet is gonna try and march forward. Bombard cannons will get a couple of shots in there. Gonna miss. Plumes are gonna be able to run forward, tank some shots. Now he's gonna try and retreat those trebs, it looks like. Or he's gonna move them forward actually. But he doesn't have the force he needs to defend him. The Eagle Warrior is gonna be able to just take them out. As the plumes finish up this army over here. And castle is getting some nice shots on the castle, that's gonna stay up. Yeah, AkeNo should probably move some bills to repair that castle. And AkeNo, with a lead of 30 villages at this point, he has a much stronger economy. And SirChaos now looking to get out another town center, but it's going to be really hard for him to hold once AkeNo starts pushing. AkeNo, 2 castles to pump out plumes. Get chemistry from the university. Has the elite upgrade, making more eagles. Hasn't gotten the elite upgrade there, but plumes are probably the more effective unit for taking out the hand cannons. See, he'll need to get out some trebs like he's doing right there to take out this castle, and once that castle's down, the entire front of this base is open. He'd even try to push in over here, since that gold's gonna run out soon, and he really needs, it's really the few farms and lumber cans that he needs to get into. Let's see. Hasn't scouted this TC. It would be good for him to send like an eagle over here, or just a couple units to the other parts of the map, just to make sure he has the scouting to see what SirChaos is doing. And now SirChaos is going to come over with a bombard cannon. He's going to try and pick off the treb. Looks like he will be able to. But the eagles are going to come forward and be able to clean up the bombard cannons. We'll take a few losses under the castle, but the plumes will clean up the rest of the army. Trebuchet taking out that siege workshop. At least that trebuchet is rather safe behind the walls. We'll see if he tries to repair that castle. He does have a tiny bit of stone, so he can get some repairs on the castle, but still pumping out the Janissary. At this point, AkeNo just has a huge lead both in villages and in military numbers, and 3 castles. He's going to need to start pumping out some siege. Only has 1. Let's go to his perspective. Has a cap ram inside of that siege workshop, doing now thumb ring, make the plumes more effective. He might wait to get his upgrades before he pushes in, but now would be a good time to keep putting the pressure on. They're going to take this gold really close to this town center, but he still hasn't spotted the town center. Just, oh, look at that, 1 tile outside of his line of sight. Yeah, just misses that town center. If he saw it, that'd be a good place to do some raiding. But now SirChaos is going to repair the castle. That'll keep it standing for a bit longer. But the plumes coming over here, nothing to defend it. Those farms are going to go down. That's a lot of wood wasted on those farms. Look like there's a couple dead villagers. Now more trebuchet fire going to come in on the castle. And that castle will go down pretty quickly. It has 3 trebuchets firing on it. Ram coming in. Plumes will be able to take out the trebuchet. Ram will be able to start getting into this wall and trying to put up another castle, but it's not going to stay up long because of the trebs. Plumed Archer is going to come in, can even deny the castle. AkeNo needs to run in. And they're trying to kill the Ram with the villagers, but villagers are just going to go down. Eagle Warriors are going to run in. And this should be it right here. Needs to target the villagers, don't let the castle go up. There we go. The castle's not going to go up. There's the GG. So AkeNo taking the series in 2 games. Mayans having a really strong advantage over the Turks. And yeah, let's go take a look at the achievements. Let's see, AkeNo, military score. Yeah, winning the battle. SirChaos did get quite a few kills, but just the army size, he would never have been able to push into the larger army of AkeNo. Economy, AkeNo also having the much stronger economy. Took him longer to get up to Imp, but he was able to hold off with his plumes against the Janissary. And again, he had a lot more villagers, and did collect up 5 relics, and get about 3,000 gold from those relics. So that was a nice boost to his economy. And if you look at the timeline, here he starts getting the eco bonus, and here he's able to hold and finally push in. Okay, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.